What's going on, guys? Cliffy here today, bringing you the first game, well, the first one-day game of my second season in my career Reborn. Now, Tasmania I don't know, there's something in the water down there, or there's something in the air, because they are playing outstandingly. Normally, last season, it was a pretty easy win against these guys, but they have absolutely rolled us. I think they've rolled us for about 150, maybe even less than that when we went and batted first. I had a wee bat, started off well, and then just started to struggle, and then played an absolutely stupid shot, a classic Cliffy moment, to get out LBW for 18 off 18. Tried to basically cut a Yorker that was on middle stump. And I had the chance to review it, and I just thought, nah, you know what, there is no point in reviewing that. It is just a absolutely stupid review. But anyway, hopefully we can go and pick up some wickets in the first one-day game, as I said, of the year. We've played 2 first-class games. I think we won both. I'm not too sure, but I think we have won both. We were doing pretty well last season in both tournaments. I mean, we won the one-day trophy and we lost by 1 wicket in the first-class trophy, which is a bit of a shame. Batting seems to be a wee bit easier this time around. I don't know if my batting skills have increased slightly, but I scored a 50 in one of those games, which was quite good. And it's amazing what happens when I actually go and just relax and take my time when it comes to my batting and don't get bored, because that's when you go and that's when you score all your runs. And that was the case in that 50. You know, I just had a bit of time to burn yesterday and just played through, took my time and scored a nice 50. And it was still quick. Like, I still think I got it off about 35 deliveries or something. There just wasn't any slogs. It was just all good cricket shots. And I think that's the key to this. And I think that's the key. I'm going to actually answer this tomorrow in my Q&A. But I think that's the key to why I bat so bad on camera. But we'll get into that tomorrow. For those who don't know, I'm doing my 5,000 subscriber special Q&A tomorrow. So it's going to be coming your guys' way at 7 o'clock. So really looking forward to doing that, because I've wanted to do something like that. Something, I guess, non-gameplay related for a wee while, and just something a little bit different. Because that's what I always go on about. I always go on about on this channel being a bit different and having a good variety of content so that everyone will go and enjoy it. Nice wee review there, but not going to go and use it. We're coming in for the last ball of our second over. It's another maiden, so we're holding up our end of the bargain. We're bowling tight and consistently. That pitch map will confirm that. It is basically on the dot. We just need the guys down the other end to go and do the same thing. Maybe we need to go and pick up a couple wickets as well. That's going to go and help our chances. It's going to help our chances a wee bit more now because the fielding restrictions have been lifted. But Tasmania have still got a very good haul in those 10 overs, 56 runs. And when you're only chasing a small total, like you can see, there's only about... Oh, we must have got a wee bit more than 150. Because they need, I think they need about 120 off the last 40 overs. So we must have got about 170. Or a wee bit less than 120. If my maths is correct. Which I think it is. And as I said, we are holding up our end of the bargain. We are bowling economically as ever. Bowling consistently as we do. Just not picking up those wickets. Let's try and trick the umpire. Trick the umpire into going and getting a decision. But it's not going to work. Not going to work like that. The umpires are not silly in this game. They don't fall for those little tricks. Bowling well though. We're just in that channel. I just need to be to the left-hander just a little bit straighter and move it away just a little bit later. Just like that. Like on that spot there. And that's the same with the right-hander. Like the right-hander, I think I need to start it on middle and just get it to swing, because a lot of the times for me the ball doesn't actually swing that much, which is a bit of a concern. I think if it did swing, I would really be in business. And I think in games where the ball does swing for me, I really am in business, because it just gives me the opportunity to go and start it, as I said, on middle, swing away just a little bit, and most often it will go and knock over off stump, which is what we want to see. Not first test, second test of the New Zealand-England series. I think it's just a 2-match series, I'm not sure. But that starts... Oh no, I thought they were going to get their first run off me, but not the case. That starts tonight in New Zealand, so it'll be interesting to see how New Zealand go. Nursing a few injuries as well. Both Corey Anderson and BJ Watling have their respective niggles at the moment. So whether they are going to go and play is a different story. A lot of people saying Luke Ronke may be in line to go and make his test debut. Tom Latham may keep, still opening up the batting, because I don't know. I had thought about maybe Tom Latham going and batting down at number 7 and bringing Hamish Rutherford back, but I think the opening combination we got at the moment, I think Latham and Guptill, is one in Test that I think we need to stick with. I mean, Hamish Rutherford has had his chances and he just hasn't gone and delivered. So I think they need to go and stick with that, and hopefully it is just going to come good. So that's another maiden. I think that's 4 in a row now. So we are definitely keeping up our end of the bargain. We have not gone for any runs in 4 overs. Fielding restrictions are back on. That's a bit of a prick, but that's alright. We've managed to drag it back a little bit. Remember, they were 1 for 56 off 10 overs, so in the next 4 overs, we've just gone 1 for 10, which is keeping us at the run rate, but we need wickets. I mean, we're not going to go and restrict this Tasmanian side, especially when they bat as deep as they do. I think James Faulkner comes in at number 7, because I took his place in my career. But I mean, still a very good batting lineup to come. You've still got Ben Dunk, Tim Payne, James Faulkner, who can all go and can all bat. So we need to pick up some of these top order guys quick snap, so we can go and get into those guys and not really give them a chance. Pick them up early. A tail then comes in, and hopefully we can go and just steamroll through them with our quicks. But we're doing our end of the bargain. We're not picking up wickets, but we are being economical. So hopefully down the other end they are going, being, I guess, I don't want to say a bit more erratic. Damn it, there's the first runs off me. It only took 4.5 overs for my first runs to come off me. They've hit a 4, it's gone up over the slips. Normally I do have a third man, but because we are in the fielding restrictions, that cannot be the case. Chad Sawyer's coming into the attack now, and for some reason we've been given a little spell when we have only bowled those 5 overs, but that's not too bad. 4 now for 103, 65 needed off 27, so it is going to be a pretty comfortable walk home here for the Tigers. As I said, unless we can get a wicket. We almost pick up our first one there. That one must have just shaved off stump because it was very, very close. And as I was saying, if we can get one of these two, or even both of these two, in comes Faulkner. Can't remember who the number 8 is. I think it's Xavier Doherty. You know, we pick up those two, all of a sudden we're in with a wee bit of a sniff. And that's all that needs to happen. You just need 2 very good bits of bowling. Not a good bit of bowling, but an inside edge. We will take it. Ben Dunk, gone, bowled by Cliff. Getting that in-swing skill up. In comes James Faulkner, who actually has a one-day 100. I didn't know that. I know he's got a one-day international 100. He got that against India, but I didn't know he had a domestic one. I guess, what am I saying? If you have your international scores count on your domestic, but domestic don't count on international, so that's probably where it's from. That 100 is probably from that game against India that Faulkner won. That series. That was like a 7-match series, and I'm pretty sure all the games were like 600-run games. Like both teams scored over 300 from memory. Like they were playing on absolute roads. I think Faulkner absolutely smashed it. Rohit Sharma smashed it as well. I think he may have. I don't know. Did he score one of his 200s there? I know he scored 1 200 against Sri Lanka. I can't remember who he scored the other one against. Wicket maiden that last one. So we've now gone 6 overs, 5 maidens, 4 runs and 1 wicket. So we've got that 1 wicket in the bag, which is good. And we just need to go and just keep plugging away. As I said, if we can pick up one of these two, you know, in quick time, all of a sudden, you know, they still need 50 runs. It's still a wee bit to go and get. And the wickets are starting to tumble. The wickets are starting to run out. So we just need one of these two. And as I said, once we pick up one of these two, we are going to be in a lot better shape to go and try and pick up this W, which we would have probably pulled out of nowhere. Like, we didn't deserve to win this after the score that we've got with the bat. But who knows? If you bowl well, if you bat poorly, if you come out, you bowl well, you field well, you're always in with a chance. And that, I think, is the thing with cricket. No matter what you score, or no matter what you're going out there to chase, you're basically always in with a chance. I mean, there is the odd time where, you know, there's no way you're going to get it when you need like 70 runs off the last over. But, you know, you're always in with a chance, right from the word go. You're always in with a chance. And I think that's, you know, that is good. That's what you want. You want someone to go and be able to go and win the game for you. Oh. It was a wee bit uppish, but we needed a guy. We needed almost a guy directly straight down the ground. We didn't need a mid-off and a mid-on. We just needed a mid. We just need a mid on about the 30-yard circle, and he would have gone and taken that. So no maiden, but just the 1 run coming off the over. And so we are now 7 overs, 5 maidens, 5 runs for 1 wicket. So we've got 3 overs left. We really want to go and try and pick up one of these two in those remaining 3 overs. We really want to go and do that, just so then the other bowlers have got you know, a bit of a tail, bit of a lower order batsman to bowl to. And it is going to make it easy for us. It's going to look good on our stats as well, and that's what we want. Because, I don't know, in this career mode, I'm not... I don't really know... I don't really know what I'm trying to say at the moment, but, you know, like, I'm not getting smashed around the park all the time. Like, I'm a very economical bowler, and that's the same across my PS3 and my PS4 career. But I just don't seem to pick up the wickets in PS4. Like, I'm economical, and that's why I think my average and my strike rate is still pretty good, because we are still picking up wickets at relatively frequent intervals, but not as much as the PS3. And I think sometimes that just gets to me, especially when it comes to 4-day games. Like, 4-day games, I basically will not record, just because of the fact that I just cannot get wickets on them. Like, most of the time, I remember in 4-day games, I used to take 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 wicket hauls in the game. But in this, like, I'll be lucky to get a 5-for. I'll be lucky to get 4. That one's lofted over the top. So starting to get a wee bit more aggressive, these two. 2 off the over. And we go to 1 for 7 off 8. Just 2 overs left for us. 2 overs to pick up that vital wicket that we need. Still quite a few runs for them to get. I mean, it has been I think I did have a couple of overs break here. But as you can see, not really too different in the runs scored. It's just really the wickets that have gone, well, what really went and let us down towards the end of the innings. But I think they only still need, I think they need about 40 odd. They've got 20 overs, so there's no, there we go, 44. So there's no rush when it comes to scoring the runs at a rate. It's just keeping those wickets and keeping the wicket retention as well. So, as I said, we really just need one of these guys ASAP, because we are almost coming to the end of our spell. Like, we only have, after this, 1.5 overs left. So 9 deliveries to go and try and pick up that one exclusive wicket that we need. It's going to make our stats look a lot better. 2 for 7 looks a whole lot better than 1 for 7. Not that 1 for 7 looks bad off 10 overs. You know, if a guy came in and maybe bowled 2 overs and took 1 for 7, you'd be like, yep, that's good. But if a guy comes in, bowls 1 for 7 off 10, you would just be outstanding. Because who concedes only 7 runs in 10 overs in a one-day international nowadays? Well, sorry, in a one-day game, I should say. Especially in Australia, where the pitches are normally quite flat. We almost have a chance here. We half chance, but the edge just a little bit too fine for Tim Ludeman to take. So another maiden. I don't think we're going to get up in this game, though, unless we can get some kind of supersonic, amazing bowling done here, and we can pick up a wicket. That's going down off. I think that's a bit of my problem. I think in this game, I naturally move the ball. Like, I think ever since I've started, I just naturally move the ball away. See, and then we go and try and overcompensate like that. It's on the pads. It's easy picking for Tim Payne, and he puts it away for 4. And that is, I think, since I've started, just been the wee issue for me. Like, I've gone, and naturally, I don't know how I do it, but I always swing the ball away. I always start it probably on off rather than middle. I get the odd one to go and start on middle. But because of that, oh, that's a good shout. See, because of that, you don't get those LBWs like that. I'm going to give this a cheeky review just because we can. And I think that's a lot closer than a lot of the other ones that we have had before. But as you can see, it's not even pitching in line, and just with the angle that we go with, it's never going to come back in. It always goes away, and because of that, it's not out. It was worth a review though, because it looked pretty good. It almost looked like it hit him on the back pad rather than the front pad, but not the case. So not out, says the umpire. A good decision by him. Just 2 balls left in the spell for us. 2 balls left in our allotment of overs, I guess you would say. And after that, it's going to be up to the other guys to go and get it done. But 1 for 11 off 10 overs, that is outstanding bowling. That is great bowling. You can't ask for much more than that. You really cannot ask for much more than that. I think they're going to get up quite comfortably. As you can see, we're going to see Tasmania getting the win in our first one-day game of the season. Faulkner and Timmy Payne taking it home for them. So a loss, not the ideal start to our one-day, I guess, defence of the trophy as well, because we won the trophy, but only 167 on the board. Never really enough to go and challenge Tasmania. Anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Remember, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to have my Q&A, first ever Q&A that I'm doing on my channel. I want to thank you guys all. Thank all every single one of my 5,000 subscribers. Couldn't do it without you guys. Tomorrow is going to be all about you, giving back to you. Can't wait to do it. It's going to be fun. Hope you've had a good week, and we'll see you tomorrow.